My name is Amy from CircAsana Yoga, and welcome to CircAsana's Handstands and Happiness Yoga Flow. To begin, I invite you to find a comfortable position lying on your back. Allow your body to settle into the mat beneath you, bringing your attention to your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, and with each exhalation, imagine yourself melting into the ground beneath you. Inhaling, noticing the chest rise. Exhaling, notice the chest fall. You now have the option to do a happiness exercise relating to our personal strengths. A 2005 study by positive psychologists found that people who repeated a version of this exercise daily for a week experienced an increase in happiness and decrease in symptoms of depression immediately afterwards. Feel free to try it with me. Bring your awareness to the space in front of the closed eyes and allow yourself to see one of your personal strengths. For example, creativity, perseverance, kindness, humor, curiosity, and teamwork. Now, set an intention as to how you can use that strength in a new way in this class or sometime during the day. For example, if you selected creativity, maybe you can focus on creatively adding movements while transitioning between poses. For perseverance, you could focus on doing one extra repetition for each of the exercises. Take a moment to really see your personal strength and visualize yourself using that strength in a new way. Now, softly and sweetly and slowly, I invite you to bring your awareness back into your body. Charge up your intention with a flicker of fairy dust in your fingertips. Begin to speed up that flickering, and on the next inhale, slowly raise your arms from the ground and all the way up above your head, spreading fairy dust the whole way, and then exhale, slowly bringing it down again. Inhale, bringing the hands out to the side and spreading the fairy dust all around the room, flicking it all over your body in the entirety of your space. When the sparkleization is complete, bring your hands directly up above your shoulders, palms facing towards each other. Check your hands are directly above your shoulders and not above your eyes. And on the next inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, pull the arm bones down into their sockets. And inhale, reaching the arms up, feeling the flossing of the shoulders. Exhale, pulling them down. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, suctioning the bones in their sockets. Inhale, reaching. And exhale, pulling the arms back down again. Inhale and allow your arms to come up by your ears, bringing your feet together and taking a stretch. And as you exhale, bringing your hands all the way down, reaching towards your knees. Inhale as you lift one foot up and then maybe the other, continuing to press your lower back down into the mat so you can't place your hands underneath. And then we're going to rock like a boat. 9, 8, 7, 6. Continue like this or reach the arms up by the ears to increase the intensity. And 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring your knees in towards your chest and give them a hug. Kiss your knees and then rock yourself up to a comfortable cross-legged position. As you inhale, bring your arms out by the sides of your shoulders and exhale as you draw your shoulder blades down into your back pockets. Inhale as you turn the right hand up towards the sky and exhale as you lean over towards the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale over towards the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale over towards the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale towards the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale over towards the left, and this time as you inhale, open up like a sunflower to the sun, and then exhale, thread that arm down between the grounded arm and leg. Inhale, reaching up and opening. Exhale, closing in. Inhale, open. Exhale, closing. And then sweeping across to the other side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, closing. Inhale, opening up and feeling that sunshine on your skin. Exhale, closing. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. And on the next inhale, bringing yourself through center, and inhale, rolling the spine up. Exhale as we send our fingertips forwards and peel them back behind us. Continue repeating this motion. You might feel a bit of a zing in the nerves in the arms. That's really good for our handstand health. Now coming down onto our forearms, resting our forearms behind us, pointing our fingertips towards us. We're going to tuck our knees into our chest, which is a tuck position, then move into a straddle, and then into a pike. We're going to add a low boat between these poses. So low boat, we move into a tuck, low boat, straddle, low boat, pike. And repeat, tuck, straddle, and pike. Keeping our abdominals really engaged to tuck, straddle, and pike. And now continuing like this, or coming into the full expression of the pose, bring our hands by our sides, tuck, pike, and straddle, and tuck, pike, and straddle. I'll leave it to you to decide how many of these you need to do today. Maybe one more. Straddle, and relax. Taking a moment to just reflect on your personal strength and feeling that in use now as we give ourselves a hug, and then rocking ourselves all the way up, this time coming all the way through onto all fours. Stacking our bottom over our knees and our shoulders directly over our wrists, spreading our fingers like sunshine and aligning the crease of the wrist with the front of the mat directly parallel. We're now going to move into wrist push-ups, which are one of our favorite handstand exercises. So we'll start by lifting the palm of the hand off the mat, keeping the fingers glued and down, and then pressing through the fingertips and lifting the whole of the hand up like a tent, and repeating that, pressing up into palms and fingertips and palms and fingertips. And you can increase the intensity by bringing the weight forward, so the shoulders a little in front of the wrists, and lifting the feet. Now, walking our hands around to face towards us, we'll move into our rainbow and unicorn, or cat-cow. Inhale as we lift our heart and lift our unicorn. Exhale as we tuck the chin in towards us for a rainbow shape. Inhale, heart forward, lifting our unicorn horn. Exhale, tucking the chin, making a rainbow with our body. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, heart forward and lifting. Exhale, rounding, staying really long through the back, and then coming back and giving our wrists a little bit of a gentle shake. Making our way forward, tucking our toes under and hovering our knees off to the mat, and then pressing our way back into our downward dog. Our feet hip-width apart and parallel. Spread the fingers like sunshine, pressing in particular to the knuckles of the pointer finger and the thumb, and drawing the shoulder blades up towards the tailbone. Bend the knees to lift the tailbone really high, and then slowly press our legs straight and roll forward into our plank position. Pull our heels back here, make our legs strong and straight, squeezing the bottom, lifting the belly button, shoulders down away from our ears. Inhale, and then exhale as we press back into our downward dog. Inhale. Inhale, rolling forward into our plank pose. Exhale, back into the downward dog. And continue rolling between these two positions, really articulating each movement of the spine so that you feel every little part of it. Finding a way back into our downward dog. Bringing our gaze forward and bending into our knees, we're going to take some bunny hops. So just bouncing off our feet and lifting our knees in towards our chest, trying to find the stack of our wrists, our shoulders and our hips, maybe finding a little float there. And when you've had enough of trying that, you can hop your feet all the way up to the top of your mat and then roll yourself all the way up, lifting the hands up above the head and bringing them down through heart center. Take a moment to check in with your personal strength here. Then turn your focus to your alignment. Peel your toes up off the mat and paste them down. Extend your tailbone down in between your legs. Lift up through the spine and bring your hands onto your rib cage, taking a big breath in and then exhale as you knit your rib cage together. Keeping that position, lift your hands up above your head, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears and bringing your gaze up in between your hands. See if you can float up onto your toes there. And congratulations! This is your upside down handstand. Exhale, coming into chair pose. Keeping it aligned from your hips, shoulders and wrists, and then forward folding. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale as we lift our left leg out to the side. And then jump it into the center and lift the right leg out. And change, doing our bear walks all the way down into our plank pose. Take a big breath in, and then exhale, dropping the knees down, coming into our half push-up, and pressing our way back up again. Here, keeping our elbows really pulled into the sides of our body, stacking our elbows over our wrists, and keeping really engaged in the upper body. And then tucking the toes for some full push-ups or staying where we were, coming down all the way onto the belly. Untuck the toes, peeling the chest up, maybe hovering the hands, checking that we're not using our hands but rather our back muscles to make this happen. And sweeping our hands around in front of us, moving onto our belly handstand, so squeezing our feet together, checking that our belly button is lifted up off the mat, our bottom's engaged and squeezing, the base of our shoulder blades are squeezing to lift our hands up off the mat, and our gaze is just through our hands and continuing to hold this, and then bringing the hands in by the chest, tucking the toes, charging the legs and pushing back into downward dog. Inhale as we raise our right leg up, toes facing down or slightly towards the left, and then squeeze the knee in towards the nose, give it a kiss and reach. Exhale, bringing it back down again. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale as you squeeze knee to nose, and then step it down in front of you, lifting the right leg up, moving to some split handstand changes. So try bouncing up, lifting one leg up off the mat and then changing in the air to land on the other. It doesn't matter if you don't go very high for this, we're just finding a little bit of extra weight on the hands and slowly bringing the feet in towards the hands and rolling yourself up one vertebrae at a time, all the way up and hands down through heart center, checking in with our strength. Checking our alignment, inhale, lifting the arms. Finding our upside down handstand, squeezing our legs, bottom, tailbone down towards the mat, ribs engaged and coming up onto our toes. Inhale and exhale as we sink down into our chair pose. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, grounding the hands and compressing the legs in towards the front body. See if you can squeeze them in and really make yourself really narrow in between your torso and your legs. And then maybe some taps of the feet onto the wrists, contracting the entirety of the front body to make this movement happen. And stepping your way, one little footprint at a time, all the way back into our plank position. Take a big breath in and exhale, push-up position coming down. Inhale, exhale, pushing back. Inhale to prepare, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, pressing up. Inhale to prepare, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, pressing up. Inhale to prepare, exhale, coming all the way down onto the belly this time, untucking the toes. Inhale, lifting the heart, Planting the hands, tucking the toes, activating the legs, pressing up into our push-up position and rolling onto our right arm, lifting our left arm all the way up into our side plank. You can stay here, or you might want to lift your left leg up to the side to become a star. Then bending the knee in towards the chest, reach around and plant it next to the right hand, framing the front foot with the hands and launching yourself up into our warrior 3. Bringing hands to heart center, or if you would like extra sensation, extending the hands out in front of you. Check that your toes are facing down or slightly towards the left with the back leg and squeezing through the inner thighs. See if you can bring that leg all the way through to stand and then reaching it back behind you. Checking in that your hips are in a line. You might want to put your hands onto the hip points to check this. And reaching the leg back. Reaching it forward, seeing how stable you can keep yourself. Reaching the hand up and holding that leg extended, and then bending down, coming all the way down onto the mat and finding our boat position. Slowly rolling down into our low boat, reaching our hands up above our head. Take a big breath in and then exhale, bringing the legs all the way over your face and tapping them down behind you, straddling the legs and rolling down as slowly as you can, one vertebrae at a time. This is a really excellent exercise for press handstands. Inhale, squeezing up. Exhale, reaching the legs and straddling them and rolling them down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, rolling the legs all the way up. Inhale and exhale, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale and exhale, rolling down, seeing how slowly and controlled you can make this movement. Inhale, exhale, rolling the legs up. Inhale and exhale, slowly unfurling the spine onto the mat. And relax. Bending the knees in towards the chest, rocking yourself all the way up, extending the right leg out, and maybe pushing yourself up onto one leg, coming all the way through that pistol squat. Compressing the leg in towards the body and bringing the right leg all the way up behind you and into a lunge position, then stepping into our plank. Now rolling our side plank onto the left side of the body and reaching our right arm up. Taking a big breath in here, maybe extending the right leg up into the sky. And then bending the right knee in towards the chest and stepping it up next to the left hand. Inhale as we step forward into our warrior 3. Our left leg extended out behind us with toes facing down or slightly towards the right. Inhale here. Exhale as we slowly bend through the standing leg and reach the left leg in front of us. Extending back and bringing the leg forward, keeping our belly button really engaged, compressing through the front side of the body and keeping our inner thigh of our left leg rotating up towards the sky. So we're keeping that real neutral rotation of the legs in their sockets. And then coming back down onto our bottom, finding our boat pose, rolling down slowly. Now bringing our hands behind our head, interlacing our fingers behind the back of our head and stacking our knees above our hips. Going to lift up and press our left leg away as we reach our left elbow across to our right knee. Right knee reaches across to the left. Right elbow reaches across to the left knee. And left elbow reaches across to the right knee. Challenge is to keep our knees and our ankles in alignment the entire time. So imagine there's something on a table and you're just gently pressing it along the table and then pulling back in, keeping our lower back pressing down onto the mat, our belly button pulled in towards our spine, and keeping our shoulders and our head and our neck lifted up off the mat. There's bringing the knees in towards the chest and giving yourself a big hug, and then rocking yourself back up onto that into that squatting position, this time extending the left leg, compressing it in towards the body and reaching your feet together and then rolling yourself up one vertebrae at a time, reaching the hands up and down through heart center. Checking in with your own personal strength here. Preparing for our final asana, inhale, exhale, forward fold, lining our shoulders up with our wrists, spreading our fingers really wide, bringing our belly button towards our spine, bending our knees, bending our elbows, and resting our knees on the top of our arms. See if we can bend one leg and bend the other leg, really pressing down into those triceps of the arms, finding our final beautiful crow pose under the rainbow. And welcome Marcus Ryan from World Laughs. Now that Marcus is here, we're going to try a few partner exercises to help with our happy handstands. So Marcus, would you like to come lie onto your belly? We're going to go through a belly handstand, one of our favorite exercises for handstands. So Marcus, if you could reach your hands out in front of you, extend your feet out long, and squeezing your feet together and your legs together. See how tight you can bring them, like one line behind you. Keeping that tension, pressing down through the pelvis, squeeze the bottom as tight as you can. And then squeeze the belly button up towards the spine. See if you can make that space, but at the same time, keep the pelvis pressing down and squeezing the bottom really tight. Activating the lower muscles of the shoulder blades, using those muscles, see if we can hover our hands off the mat, but relaxing those muscles that run along the top of the neck. We're using the base of the shoulder blades to make this movement happen. Bring the head up just so that our gaze is just between our thumbs, and then don't forget to keep squeezing through the legs, bottom, belly, shoulders, legs, bottom, belly, shoulders, legs, bottom, belly, shoulders. Keep breathing and see how long you can hold this pose. Squeeze everything really tight. Legs. Yes. Squeeze the belly button. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And relax. Well done. Next pose, get you to come to a standing position. Now we're going to do a handstand, and we're going to focus on the use of our fingers to make the balance happen. So place your hands down onto the mat and make sure you have a partner to spot you. Your spotter is going to focus on your hips. Lifting one leg up, we're going to kick our way up into a handstand, and our partner's going to hold onto our hips, squeezing our legs together as tight as we can. Finding our handstand position, we're going to move as the spotter will move round to the back of our partner and see if our partner can press so hard through their fingers that they float their legs off the spotter's hands. Yes, Marcus, and down. Ta-da! Well done. And now for our grand finale pose. It's going to be an acro yoga handstand exercise. So Marcus, if you could be the base and come down onto the mat, lying on your back, spreading your feet about hip width apart. The flyer is going to come down and hold on to the ankles of the base, and the base will hold on to the ankles of the flyer. And for this pose, we need a spotter. So at this stage, we'll call in a friend. Welcome, Saffron! And Saffron's going to spot the flyer's hips. On the count of 3, we lift up, base's hands above them, flyer comes into a box position. And if we feel really steady here, maybe the flyer can float up one leg, and maybe float up 2 legs, having our spotter there to make sure that we don't go over. Coming all the way up into our handstand position, and ta-da! Handstands on body parts. And slowly coming back down again, all the way down, and very good. We'll now move into a bit of therapeutics. following on from our handstand. So we like to do a little bit of a wrist release. We can grab onto our handstander's wrists and using the palms of our hands, move them up and down on either side of the wrist joint. This feels really good. Give it a try. And then we can continue on with the wrist relaxation. Grab the hands of the handstander and maybe interlace your fingers into their hands, spread the hand wide and do a little bit of a pressure into the palm of the handstander's hands. Really squishing out those muscles, releasing any tension. Really important to do this kind of activity after our handstand so that we stay strong and healthy in our wrists and hands. Looks like Marcus is enjoying. Finally, winding down and getting ready to go back to our day, find a comfortable seated position and take a few big, beautiful breaths. You can either stay here or make your way into a Shavasana. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. And taking 3 big breaths in your own time. You can either stay here or make your way into your Shavasana, spreading the feet mat width apart, arms by your sides, palms facing up, and relaxing. Take some time for yourself to reflect on your own personal strengths and how you might have used that during the class in a new way, and how you might continue using that strength in new ways throughout your day. So much love from CircAsana. We hope to see you at one of our trainings or retreats somewhere in this big, beautiful world. Be unicorn.